planet Earth. Back with another video today. Beautiful day today. I believe it's a Sunday. Sunday fun day. Back with another video. And of course, I'm going to be giving you, in the beginning, the not so fake news. The not so fake news. Today is relatively a take it easy with the news kind of deal here in the United States. A lot of people just, this is their only day off sometimes. So they take advantage of that and they call it Sunday Fun Day before the Manic Monday. And you can imagine that it's been like that for so long, especially for us right here in the United States, because everybody has to work sometimes 1, 2, 3 jobs just to make it happen. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of the not so fake news, because we're still in the hunt of 7 criminals right now. We're still in the hunt, believe it or not. And this morning they had the Sunday shows and everything, and they were talking superficially about it. And in fact, they had made a nice report about the place I live here. A very, very nice report, because in reality, this city right here that this happened, this horrible thing happened, is a city that is unique. There's no other city in the world like this. And a lot of people that get here notice it. Some people leave, some people stay. But the ones that stay long enough, they truly start feeling the way people live here, and the easygoing, and the people are more into living than into working. Of course, people here work easy and play hard. Work easy and play hard. So most of the people are do not really care about, money status and all those things. They're more into living than into making money. Even though, don't get me wrong, a lot of people here have a lot of money, which is called the old money. The old money comes from generations, but that's a different story. But going back to the news, because this is a very, very hard situation right now, especially for law enforcement around here, because at this point they don't really know where these people are going, where these people are at. 7 hardcore criminals on the loose. They could be anywhere by now, or they could be here hiding. And if they're here hiding, it's a problem, because just like New York City, this city right here never stops. It's an ongoing party in this place, 24/7 sometimes, most of the time, 365 days a year. And so it's a very hard situation to handle, and the news are superficially covering it. The big news like the Fox News and the CNNs and all the headline news and all that, they superficially just covering it. But I believe as time goes on, more people in the nation gonna know about it. and more people in the nation is going to take care of what they have to take care in adjacent places to be ready for anything that happens. But enough with that rigmarole, because the not so fake news are mostly depressing, and I do cover it a little bit, but it's like it's not fun to do it, even though you have to do it, especially if it's something important. But right now, I want to talk to you about something, and basically, this is what my channel is all about. It's about encouragement. It's about you being better than you were before, and it's about you taking care of number one so you can take care of others and other people around you. And the theme for today is going to be do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. What do I mean by that? Okay, I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to tell you a few statistics, and you're going to see that even though you get to this country and you come in as everybody else, if you come from another place, you can come in this place, make something of yourself, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to work hard or that you're not going to suffer, because it's going to take a long time before you can see the fruits of your labor, especially if you don't come with money, if you don't come with nothing, if you're just here because your mama said, okay, we're going to go there and we're going to try it. And that's what happened to my family. My family did that. We came over here. Of course, I've been a U.S. citizen since birth, but that doesn't mean anything. That really doesn't mean anything. Especially if you don't have any money. You could be a U.S. citizen with no money. And you're worse than the immigrant that came the other day and he's making $5,000 a month. So, going back a little bit, back in the day, on the Reagan days, 1984. 1984, Ronald Reagan was the president, and this president wants to mimic a lot Ronald Reagan, and so there I was. Back then, the minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. $3.35 an hour. So you can imagine. People used to make between $100 and $120 a week before taxes. If it was lucky. And that was the case with my mom. Once we got here, I wasn't even at an age where I could work. Lucky enough, I didn't have jobs because I always worked in music, and that's a different story. But she had to work just like a regular person, and she had to find a job. That was a little difficult. That took a couple of months, that alone. And after she got the job, then she did exactly what she needed to do, which was we had to go to school. Actually, we had to walk to school. We used to walk about maybe 2 or 3 miles to school. And once she started getting the job, she started getting paid. First thing she did was buy a bus pass. I mean, well, we're going right here back in the day. I don't know if you know anything about bus passes, but back then, a bus pass used to cost $3 for a month. Okay, so she will get 3 bus passes, one for her, one for me, and one for my sister. My little brother, he was too little; he wasn't even in school yet, so um, that was different for him. So he didn't need one, and we did. So she spent $9. The first thing she did was in the beginning of the month. Boom, we had our bus pass. Get your bus pass, go to school, go do what you got to do. And we can run around that bus for $3 the whole month, the whole freaking month. Okay, that's the way it used to be. And we did that. I've did that for a good 8 months. Um, you know, before I ever even thought about having a car. But but anyways, that was the way it used to be, and it was hard, and it wasn't easy. But we did what we had to do. So that's what I'm saying. You have to do what you got to do. And of course, you have to do what you got to do, but you're not going to step in anybody's toes. You're not going to try to steal from somebody. You're not going to try to cheat and lie your way into nothing. You're going to try to do the things the right way, and you're going to go by the law. Try not to get in trouble. So there I was, in those days, I had a lot of things that went through my mind, and I had a lot of time. When I got in that bus was packed because everybody took the bus, and hardly anybody had a car. And if you had a car, you had like one of these cars that was falling apart. If you can get one. So there was humble beginnings, right? But didn't mean that I was going to stay there. Rapidly, I started finding out where things were and how things moved. And about 8 months, 10 months later, we already had transportation. And I started traveling with my music, making money and doing all that good stuff, helping out my mom. That's just the way it happened for me. It doesn't mean that's the way it's going to happen for you. Especially if you get into this country, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know nothing. This is a country, one of the only countries in the world that you can come with nothing, and in 5 years, you could be on top of the world. There's open opportunities here every single day. If you come to this country and you don't take advantage of this, you're just a fool. But I'm here to give you advice. Do what you gotta do. Don't step in nobody's toes. Don't try to rob nobody. Don't try to cheat and steal your way to the top. Look around and see what your talents can offer other people. And try to find yourself and try to see what you can offer this society. Start making good friends, community, and keep on going. And I tell you, if you do it the right way, you're going to succeed. Because this country is the greatest country in the world. There's no other country like this. Anybody can tell me whatever. I've been around the world about 3 times already. And I've seen a lot of things. I'm going to tell you what, you do what you have to do. But at least we have peace. We have free enterprise. One of the only places in the country that you can come with nothing and be somebody in a matter of time. So if you're just getting started here, do what you got to do, but do it right. If you're not legal, try to get yourself legal. There's ways to do it. If you're legal, like I was legal. I've been a U.S. citizen since birth, but still, I had to fight my way through, just like anybody else. Started working at a newspaper like I did. I didn't know anything about a newspaper. I was translating some reports, and in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing, but I learned. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. There's a whole bunch of you that been through my channel throughout the years, know me because of my music and my videos, and I will start doing some of that soon enough. But right now, I'm in a transition, and I'm talking to you every day about the not so fake news, and on top of that, I'll give you a little advice too as well. They might help you in the way, on your way to success. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth, today with the message of do what you gotta do, but don't step in nobody's toes.